Hello lovelies, welcome back to Lanmou Tarot. This is a general reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the first 2 weeks of March 2019. Thank you so much, Capricorn, for your continued support. I'm still new here on YouTube, and my viewership for Capricorn has been steady and consistent. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right. These cards have been pre-shuffled, and Capricorn have been meditating on the energy. Oh my gosh, the birds are flying. Okay, I face my window. That's my front yard. And when I tell you the birds are, I hope you can hear it. Can you hear them? They're giving me a show right now. They are giving me a show. I could sit here and watch them all day. I kid you not. Oh dear. Thank you, birdies. All right. I'm sorry, Capricorn. Yes. This is the Tough Tarot, and I will use the After Tarot deck to clarify if I feel clarification is needed, okay? A little bit more shuffling on camera for you, Capricorn. You can ground yourself and think of what message, what guidance you'd like to get from Spirit for the beginning of March here. And we have some flyaways, but we are not ready. I'll put those back. Spirit, what message you have for our Capricorn friends? What message you have for our Capricorn friends? What message you have for... All right, Capricorn, here we go. Okay. We have here the Devil. That's your card, Capricorn. So we're starting strong. The Sun. The Hierophant. My goodness. First 3 cards, all major arcana. Death. Art, which is Judgment. And we have the Four of Swords. My. Capricorn. Some heavy energy here. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Princess of Cups. So what's facing you here, Capricorn, it seems it's some kind of love situation, right? But look at this here. Out of 6 cards, we have 5 major arcana. And those are major, okay? Oh, my. This is like, they have some strong energy that you're dealing with, Capricorn, during those first 2 weeks of March. Or really, whenever that you are watching this reading. As we know, energy is fluid, right? So, and time is not the way we think of it. Time is just, it's an illusion. So whenever you're watching this reading, that's when you're supposed to be watching it, and that's when the message will, you're supposed to be receiving it. But anyways, let's start here, Capricorn. We start with the Devil, which is your card. Okay, that's an interesting Devil card. Oops. I'm trying to pull it up for you. It doesn't want to come closer, Capricorn, but I want you to see it. Okay. There you go, Capricorn. This is what we're looking at here in this Devil card, right? It's not just 2 people chained at the bottom of that Devil. This is like almost we have 2 spheres. And is it me or those 2 circles at the bottom? It looks like the male genitalia with that tower looking thing and the 2 circles at the bottom. Right? And inside the circles, these are like beings. These are like people. It's as if those unborn people, right? That resides in that male genitalia, section of the male genitalia. So this is what I'm really getting here. So for some of you, Capricorn, it seems like you are dealing with some of you may be dealing with some sort of sexual addiction, or you're trying to put an end to some kind of like sexual dysfunction, okay, that you've been dealing with. And the way those beings are showing there at the bottom of it, and it's I feel as if like, if you're a Capricorn, and yes, this is a little bit graphic, but I'm sorry, that's a message that's coming through, that has been dealing with some kind of either sexual addiction, sexual dysfunction, pornographic addiction. It seems like during this first 2 weeks of March, you're really working hard trying to put an end to that. You're really trying to find your balance, okay? This is what, like, this is what's coming through for you, Capricorn, right now. And at the bottom here, we have the Princess of Cups, and the Princess of Cups can be a bit of an immature energy in love, right? This is like the teenage love, so you can think of it as that teenager that's just discovering their sexuality and that's just overdoing it, okay? Whether it's by themselves or with other people. So because that's what I keep getting here for you, Capricorn. And next to the Devil card, we have the Sun card. So whatever it was that you were struggling with, that you put an end, that needed to end, this you've received some kind of clarity, okay? And it's for the best. Moving away from this energy here for you, Capricorn, it will be for the best, because you have both the Sun and Judgment. In this deck here in the Tough Tarot, it's called Art Judgment, that is. And look at here again. It's very similar to that. The imagery is kind of similar to that of the Devil, with that female figure. It's like she's splitting into two, right? Her shadow self and the light side of herself. It's showing here almost like the battle to overcome her shadow self, the battle to allow the light side to win. And here she's like mixing the two sides into that pot that's over a fire, almost like trying to use almost like to alchemy, right? Trying to bring those together to find some kind of balance. I'm sorry, I kept saying Judgment, but this is indeed the Temperance card. Okay, that makes more sense now. I am so sorry, Capricorn. I do not know why I kept saying Judgment. Judgment would have been card 20. This is 14. This is Temperance card. As I'm explaining to you, I'm like, but that's not Judgment. That's yes, that is, you are finding your balance, Capricorn. This is like literally you're trying to combine your light and shadow self, or the negative aspect of yourself, or the parts of yourself that are not so sunny, right? You're trying to combine them to find some kind of balance, to overcome any negative habits that you may have, that you've made you were trying to put an end to right there, and then you're trying to combine that too with your light side after that sun has shined on you, after you've received some kind of enlightenment, Capricorn, so you can be a little bit more balanced. Okay, there's no perfect somebody, but what we can do is to be balanced in everything that we do. Okay, because we can never get rid completely of our shadow self, because there are times where that's needed, but knowing how to keep it balanced is what's important. So if you've been overdoing something, and here I'm feeling very strongly something that dealt with some kind of like sexual habit, okay? And for some of you it may not be, but this is the message I'm getting here from Spirit very heavily for you, Capricorn. And if you've been trying to put an end to it, it will do you very well to try to find that balance, okay? To stop the overdoing it, to stop whatever it is that's a bad habit that was here, that negativity that you are dealing with here, that addiction you are dealing with here. To put an end to that will really bring you to enlightenment, to a more balanced self, okay? And you have a lot of protection in dealing with that. You have a lot of guidance, okay, with and trying to bring that balance in yourself. And that is a balance within. That's not an external balance in things that you do, okay? This is like something that deals with like your internal working. So that is very, very encouraging. And these are very strong energies, as if this needs to happen now for you, Capricorn. It's like Spirit is telling you, okay, this needs to end. This needs to end, and they're helping you to come to that higher version of self, okay? To come to that higher version of self. And the next card we have is the Hierophant next to the Sun. Hierophant, we think of the church, right? Religion, institution, higher learning, commitment, higher commitment, marriage. And look at this here, this Hierophant. He's surrounded but unbothered, right? That's like the high priest there. That's the high priest. He even have the star. Look at what's inside the star. It's an image of an infant, of a baby inside the star that's encrusted in his chest. And outside of himself is also another star. So that is a very, very, very interesting and a very symbolic Hierophant card. Okay, this is like this is really the card of the high priest. That's really what I'm getting here. It's not even so much like the high priest, like the Pope, someone who really have very high knowledge of the working of the universe. Okay, and it's as if once you've conquered, once you've overcome this little thing here and you've reached enlightenment, you will become really, it's almost like coming to a self-actualization. You will become that highest, you will be aligned to your higher self. You will be able to tap into that Akashic record where you can really absorb all these higher learnings, all this high knowledge, whether it will come to you straight from spirit, from your dream, it will be downloads that you receive, or you yourself who seeking higher learnings, you yourself to learnings by reading or finding a mentor who would attain this higher knowledge. But here I'm feeling a very deep spiritual working for you, Capricorn. It's not just like a love situation that you will overcome some kind of addiction that will bring you closer to yourself and bring you also enlightenment. That, but for some of you that may be that, and that also may once you've overcome that little thing here, okay, and that may bring you to a higher level of commitment in your relationship. Okay, so if you're dealing with any kind of addiction, the addiction will take over your world. So it's very hard to really commit to another. It's very hard, at least not consistently. So after dealing with that addiction to that negative energy here, Capricorn, you may find yourself finally able to truly commit, whether to your work, whether to your partner, whether to your family or whatever it is, you will be able to achieve that higher level of commitment then. And what we have at the bottom of the Hierophant is the Four of Swords. And this Four of Swords here, it's telling us that you are in a meditative state. Okay, you are the high priest. You are not in a rush to get to the next step. You are at a meditative state. You are at a resting state. Okay, and I want to get a couple of clarifications for you, Capricorn. This is like so interesting. This is so interesting to me. Oh, we have a fly away. And we're going to put that on the Devil card. And what we have is the Knight of Swords. Okay? So, and we know the Knight of Swords is fast-moving energy. It's the fiery part of the swords, right? It's very masculine, a little bit aggressive energy. The Knight of Swords also can be quite flighty, right? The Knight of Swords can be quite flighty. So it seems as if the energy you are dealing with, there might not be consistency there. There might have been like quite a bit of impulsiveness, okay, in your action. I want to take one more on that Devil card, Spirit. One more clarification card on the Devil card. The Magician. Magician flipped over for you, Capricorn. So Magician can be, it came upward, and this is the after tarot. And yes, the Magician can be a bit of a manipulator, but the Magician is also basically like the word says, it's just like using magic, using all the resources, all the elements, okay, to achieve, to get to your goal. And here, Capricorn, I feel like Spirit is saying that you have been the master of your universe. It's as if like you manifested this, okay? You created that thing. whatever it became a monster or not, you created that thing, okay? And you also have the power to end whatever it is that needs to end here, to transition out of whatever it is that needs to transition out of, okay? You have all, you can use the elements, you have all the resources to do so. I want to take a clarification on the Hierophant. Spirit, please tell us a little bit of the Hierophant here for Capricorn. A little bit. Clarify the Hierophant for us, Spirit. Clarify the Hierophant for us, Spirit. Here we go. And we have the Six of Pentacles. Okay, the Six of Pentacles, it's a card of, right, sharing, finding balance, right? Leaving behind that feeling of lack, that feeling of poverty, of isolation. So it's basic. It's not so much partnership as finding balance. It really goes with the Temperance card here. And he's not by himself, right? He's able to give to those that are around him that are in need. And I feel like that is what I picked up with the Hierophant. If you're dealing with some kind of like an addiction or some kind of negative energy, so you're all your attention is going to that thing. That thing is sucking up all the air, all the oxygen, all your time. So now that you've overcome this, you will be in a position to give more to this other aspect of your life, to these other people in your life, okay? You'll be in a place where you can get to find your balance a little bit more. And the Six of Pentacles is also the Moon in Taurus card. So, and the Hierophant is also a Taurus card. So if you are dealing with a Taurus Capricorn, this is of even greater significance. And look at this. Do you see that? We have the Four of Swords falling out to clarify the Four of Swords. So really, you really need to take a moment to rest, Capricorn. This is like Spirit saying, I said what I said, okay? It's still what I said. This is Four of Swords clarifying the Four of Swords. And I didn't pull out that card. It flew out while shuffling. So there is a real sense for you to find the balance within, and you will have the assistance of the angels. I will ask that you take some time to meditate, Capricorn, as this month, as March enters here, as March starts, and know that you have the power, you have everything within to overcome whatever it is that you're dealing with here. Okay, you can do it. And you have the protection of the universe. You have the sun shining on you. And it will be all for the best, because you will be able to be a more balanced self. You will be able to come to your higher self, to really use all your power and to be able to give to those around you, to be that person that you want to be. But it's going to require for you to take a step back, to rest, to really meditate on what has happened, that journey you've been on. Okay, and I was calling Judgment card. I was calling the Art card here Judgment, and we do have the Judgment card at the bottom with the Wheel of Fortune peeking under. So it is time for you, Capricorn. It is time for you. It's as if the universe has called in that judgment already. It's as if the angels have blown the trumpet to say, hey, Capricorn, it is time for you to come home. It is time for you to come back. It is time for you to stop playing around. It is time for you to become to rise to your life purpose, okay? To be that person we know you can be, and you have all the resources to do it. Okay, Capricorn, I hope this is making I don't want to say making sense, but that this is resonating with you. And I'm going to pull a Woman's Angel card for you. I'm trying to keep these readings over under 20 minutes, but I have to go with it, okay, as it comes. So oh, here we go. We have one that turned over here. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Indeed. And look at here, folks. Wedding. And remember, we have the Hierophant card here. And this was the Wheel of Fortune. It was so important that the Wheel of Fortune was peeking under. There was a real sense of timing here. Okay? And I kept saying Judgment, Judgment, as I'm staring right there at the at the card, at the Temperance card here that we call Art. That's called art in the Tough Tarot. So, and we have wedding, we have the Hierophant, and we have worth waiting for. So, Capricorn, there is something major. There's a major shift, a major transition happening in your life, okay? With the Death card here. And for some of you, this message is coming through. It's as if the person that you used to be, let's say you do not have an addiction, right? Not everyone is dealing with addiction or trying to get away from negative energies. Let's say it is just you. Like this Devil card here is just representing you, Capricorn, right? Not some kind of energy that you are dealing with. There is a sense that you are transitioning from that person that you used to be, like the person you are today. Okay, I am taping this, recording this on the 27th of February. That person that you are today on this February day, you're about to transition into someone even greater. There is a real sense of that. We have all this major arcana here, and it's divinely guided. You don't have a choice in this, okay? This is the Death card. This is the transition, and followed by the Sun card, okay? This is like the God, the eye of God, the divine intervening into your life, okay? Temperance, I always associate that card. There isn't an angel on this Temperance card, but whenever I see Temperance card, I always think of my Archangel Michael. So there is a real sense of divine intervention in your life for you to transition into one phase, one cycle of where you were, who you were, to really rise to a higher version of yourself. Okay, and this is the process. That transition happened with the Death card, and this is the process, the alchemical process of you mixing this different aspect of you, Capricorn, with the Sun here as your guide, with the Sun here as your protection, with the Sun here as the intervening force to bring you to become that Hierophant, a higher level of commitment, that high priest, right? And that's almost like it's divine timing. It is necessary and it is worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life, okay? And we had a hint of that with the Wheel of Fortune peeking under the Judgment card that was at the bottom of this deck here. And Judgment really wanted to come out because I kept saying Judgment at the beginning of the reading. So I knew there was some kind of, it's like you going to, it's literally the angels blowing the trumpet, calling you home, calling you to be that high priest that they want you to be, that the divine had plans for you. Okay, so, and here you are the Hierophant. You have that high priest sitting there. Look at this card. There's so much in this card. Like, there is so much. My eyes can go anywhere, but what's speaking really clearly for me is all the stars. Okay, the stars and cross in his chest and all those geometrical symbol. It's not those figures around him. It's all the there's a huge triangle here. It's like you probably can't see it. I don't know if I have enough light. There's a triangle here. There's a masculine and feminine aspect, okay? Two upside down triangles here that intervene themselves, and there's another one here, and that's what my eyes went through, not the big objects up front. My eyes went to the shallower symbols that are in the back. So this is really this is why I'm picking up so much a high priest, because there is a sense as if you're really gonna have to deal with the real mysteries. You're going to really tap into the higher level of mysteries that few people get to, and it's almost like there's a calling for you to do so, okay? And you cannot resist that. It's not just what people see on the outside. Yeah, they may see you on the outside. Okay, you've changed, Capricorn. They can see there has been a change, but they have no idea. Like, the biggest change will be internally. The biggest change will be inside. Then would be very few people would ever have access to. Okay, Capricorn, this is just deeply spiritual journey that you're on here, Capricorn. And there's like so many major arcanas here. It's just like, woo, so much. So much. And yes, and for some of you, it is indeed that you're transitioning. It could be as simple as you're transitioning from being a single person, because we have wedding here. Okay, the situation involves marriage, that you are transitioning from being a single person and into the life that, you know, if you are living the life of a bachelor, that there's a bachelorette, there's an end to this life. Okay, and then spirit is calling you to join forces, to so you can become to get to a higher level of commitment, which will bring some kind of balance and fairness into your life with that wedding card here. But the biggest message I'm getting here is a deeply spiritual message. Okay, Capricorn. And I will pull a oracle card. This is angels and archangel messages. Let's see if we have a jumper. And folks, I know I sit in every reading. It's because I'm still very new here. I know I'm getting new people because I do pre-shuffle these cards. At the bottom, we have dream and journey. Indeed, you are on the journey. I really feel that. And it's a very deeply spiritual journey. Even for those of you, it's just that your life is changing from being a single person to a higher level of commitment with the Hierophant here and that wedding card here. It has been a journey for you, okay? And perhaps it's been a deeply held dream, a very personal, intimate dream. Perhaps no one saw you going through all the obstacles you have to go through, like you really didn't like being that single person, and that you are the one who manifested that a new beginning, that higher level of commitment. But it has been a journey for you. But the card that actually flew out for you, Capricorn, it's She-Wolf. Unleash the wild within. And I feel like there's more to this. I want to read it from the book for you. Let me see here. This one is a little bit different. Sometimes, there we go. Okay. Let your wild side up and out. Unleash your talents and your desires. Okay. And I'm going to read the extended message for you, Capricorn. I really feel there's something in there. There's a message in there for you from your angels. You are being rewilded at this time, guided to reconnect with your rebellious heart, the part of you that likes to break boundaries and go beyond them completely. If you've been holding back on your hopes or dreams, you're being encouraged to chase after them now. Let the wealth energy within help you track down what direction you want to go in. And don't let any traps or hunters get in the way of your freedom or your growth. The life you want is here. That is beautiful. And I want to just show it to you so you guys can see. And yes, this is what one of the card that clarified your card, the Devil card, the first card we pulled out, Capricorn. This is all about you. Because the first card of the reading sets the tone for the reading. And the first card of the reading was the Devil. That's the card of Capricorn. And we had the Magician, another major arcana, to clarify that card. This is all about you, Capricorn, that journey you are on. And you are manifesting that journey. You're the one who manifested that journey. You manifested that journey. It started with your dreams you had, okay? And you set out your intentions unto the world. And you have the full backing of Spirit. And Spirit is asking you to literally unleash the wild within, because you have a higher purpose in this life cycle, Capricorn. You have a higher purpose in this life cycle. You are to become that high priest, okay? And I hope this reading was of help to you. And I hope it does resonate or give you some kind of guidance. Thank you so much for your continued support, Capricorn. I'm sending you so much love as you begin this month and you're embarking on this journey with Spirit and your angels and the divine. And meditate, okay, on these energies. Really ask yourself, what are the dreams that are dear to me, okay, that I've been trying to manifest, and know which is just around the corner, because there are some major energies out there for you that are trying to push you forward towards that destination. Enjoy the journey and come back again towards mid-March for our second portion of reading, the bi-weekly reading at mid-March. And remember, love is the only answer. Thank you so much, Capricorn. See you soon.